I think the reason why I just like to jump on other stuff, like I said, this is a challenge myself as an artist, but also I think it could come from influences as well. You know, if it be people around me, like if it's like my inner circle, like let's say Robbie's getting on this type of beat, Kevin's getting on that type of beat. Because like I said, I lived with them cats, you know, for a while. And so
this was a Good News Gang?
Yeah, Good News Gang, yeah. And so we all, you know, Wesley, you know him, he like has this whole different type of style. And then Kevin has like that East Coast type
Every
of
one of you guys sounds, I remember that's what struck me about the group early on, is I was like, yo, they all sound so different. It literally reminded me of the Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah.
Like when I first heard you guys, I was like, yo, there is so much sauce on all this stuff, and it's completely different. Like wow, it was just a profound statement about like it broke all the walls of what you think about what a group could even possibly look like now. Because a lot of people, when you think of group, you think, oh, same style, came up together, care about the same stuff. But it was almost like you threw 4 rappers from 4 completely different genres and perspectives and lyrical abilities together, and it just worked. So
yeah, for sure.
So do you think being in that group kind of shaped you to want to get on a bunch of different stuff? It kind of forced you to.
Yeah, you had to, and I think that's the thing, because I could no longer just stay in the, if you want to call it, I guess, wittiness, like just kind of like make dope trap music. I could no longer do that, because you're forced, when you're in a group like that, you're forced to step it up, or you're gonna be told, right? And so, like I remember every time I would write a verse, or write a song, I would always go to somebody in Good News Gang, like, yo, what you think about this? What does it sound like? And if it sounded whack, they'll tell me, you know, and that's what I appreciated about them. Like, I think that helped out a lot in my growth as an artist. Was being told, like, yo, that doesn't sound good, right? And so
you don't see that today. You don't see. I don't remember the last time I heard somebody say, I don't like that dude's music. And if I heard it, it was like in a room where it was just me and the dude. The computer was turned off, and it was like really quiet in there, you know, like we don't critique music, man, because we live in this implication-based society where everything you say somehow is like an attack on your identity as a person and your whole personhood. It's like, if I say your song's whack, that means you're not really saved. That means, you know, it means your life sucks. It means you're fake. It means you don't amount to nothing. You don't have a fan base. It's like, no, we're not getting that deep. It's just, dude, the reality is, like, put it this way. If you're an MC and you don't think that there's people out there that really don't like your music, just go somewhere like where people listen to straight country, and just play your song and be humbled. Like, if somebody tells you you're dope, I'm not saying people won't think you're dope from other genres, but like try it sometime. Like, play your music for people that you know probably will not even like it, and just hear the critique. Like, this is why I don't like this. Like, not only do I not like your genre, but this is why I don't like you. And just feel the sting of that, because I mean, that's real life.
It'll help you grow.
Yeah, and you know, even I think when you have homies, like, they'll tell you when they're not feeling something, but they're in it for your good still. Like, they're not going to diss you, whereas somebody who doesn't know you will unapologetically be like, you're whack, like you said Fruit Loops on that line, that was corny. You know, I don't know why you put the violin on that track, that's dumb. You know, you're trying to do some pop thing over here, and I'm not feeling that at all. And then they'll just walk away, and your heart will be crushed. So it's like, I think we need more of that, especially from people we love, man, because there's just this free pass, especially in CHH, with not only people's lifestyles, but with the music in general. So it's just...
Yeah, it's just a little side note, too. Like I've had that in my life ever since I started doing music. Like, somebody like let me know, and again, I think it's that type of personality that I have that's transparent to the point of like confessing, like, but in a music term, like showing, like, look, being vulnerable, like, tell me what you think. You know, it sounds horrible. And so a side note, is funny, when I first started doing music and looking back, like Stop the Violence, I took it off iTunes because I just thought, as an artist where I'm at now, that was like horrible. It sounded like trash. But it's funny because my friend Stevie Bell, which I said earlier, like pretty much deciphered me, so to speak, in the music. He one time said, like, yo, AB, like, and he said this with all sincerity, he's like, I don't think music's your calling, bro. Like,
I remember you told me that.
Yeah, and so
which is crazy.
Yeah, and that's no diss to him, because back then when he said that, like, I look at it now, like, I can see why he said that, because like, I was immature. I would like write something and just want to put it out, and so and so that's not even a knock. I appreciated that he said that.
He was just at a place where he felt like he was looking out for you.
Right, exactly.
Go paint or something.
Right. Yeah.
Go play football. And go keep doing football.
Right. Man. And so yeah, I mean, that's just again, that's not a diss, because I appreciate it, because like when he said that, I remember I would go pray to God. I was like,
were you crushed?
I mean, I was, in a sense, like, you know, God, if this ain't your will, like, just take away the desire to do it. You know? And so, but that's the thing, like, I went to God, asked, like, you know, if this ain't your will, take it away. And the desire never went away, though. Like, the fire was still there, still wrote music, still hung out with people that wrote music. And so, if anything, it pushed me to like, all right, if you're gonna do it for real.
Right.
And so, and like I said, back then I was kind of immature, and I think Steve seen it. And again, I know it wasn't out of ill motives. I know he cared about me.
Yeah, it was probably one of the most profound moments for you.
Right, exactly.
It made you think. It made you ask questions to validate why you even did it in the first place, which is super dope.
Yeah.
You know, and just to kind of get a little bit lighthearted here, because I think it's important for people to know, like, for dudes who think rappers just stay in the studio all day, yeah, that does happen.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I've been there before. Now that I'm married, you know, you can't just stay in the studio all day. But, you know, what do you do? What are some of your favorite things you like to do outside of writing, you know, recording, going to church, fellowshipping?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm in a couple businesses right now. And so, like, I kind of work on those if I'm not, you know, working on music. It's funny I say this, because I used to never think I would like doing this, but I love reading books too. And I used to hate reading back in the day. I never thought I would love to read. And so, you know, I like reading books. I like, you know, just relaxing, you know, just kind of just having that Selah moment. You just sitting there chilling at the house, maybe watching football. I love sports, by the way. So I always keep up. Like, if you follow me on Facebook, you see me post all type of sports stuff. So I love sports. Sports might, you know, compete with music as far as the level of like which one I love the most. Yeah, but yeah, like sports, and I love just hanging out with people, you know, fellowshipping, which is kind of cool, because back in the day, like, I was a real introvert. I was to myself. Yeah. You know, I'd hang out with my homies, have a, you know, small circle. Yeah. But like, I love hanging out with people, you know, getting to know people. It only has its moments though, because I still have those introverted moments where I do just want to stay home and just stay in my room and whatever it may be, watch TV.
You got a balance now.
Right, yeah, you got to have a balance. And so that's kind of the thing, like, I do outside of music. You know, I try to get time with people, you know, hang out with people, get out there and, you know, just kind of just explore life, you know, enjoy life. You know, I mean, God has given this beautiful thing. Definitely don't want to take it for granted. You know, I'd love to start traveling more, you know, all that type of stuff. And so, but yeah, I would say probably the main thing is hanging out with people. Just if it's going to go grab a bite to eat, if it's going to go, you know, watch a movie with some friends or something, like, yeah, that's the thing I try to, like.
I'm glad you said that too, because I know personally one of your favorite things to do is eat.
Oh yeah, I love to eat. I love to eat. Em definitely knows I love to eat.
Dope, man. Well, you know, I wanted to kind of, you know, sit there a little bit, but you know, I'm gonna kind of get last minute deep on you real quick. Yeah. You know, the Christian hip hop community oftentimes wrestles with a lot of cultural and spiritual changes that I feel can really compete with what kinds of things end up being important for the artist to talk about in their music. You know, and a lot of times that's not always for good reasons, you know? So for you, if you have any, you know, what kinds of spiritual routines do you use when it comes to like making sure you have these things in place in your life as you're continuing to make music? Or if you don't have any, what are some that you've seen other people do that you admire? Yeah,
I definitely think I have some. Like I said earlier, when I first started writing music, I kid you not, it's the same routine every time I would read scripture. I would read something in the Bible, and I would, a lot of times, maybe not every time, but a lot of times I'll try to write about that scripture in the song. And so nowadays, what I try to do for sure is like I try to be open with God and like, look, Lord, give me the words to say in this track. Give me the words, that's the thing I try to make sure, like, God's a sinner, and I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm perfect at that, like,
sure.
It's not like, like, that has to happen before I write music, and so, like, but that's just some things that kind of give me comfort, like, man, all right, Lord, I'm just going to come to you, ask that you be glorified, and at shows, I do this every show, kid you not, before either I go up or something. You'll catch me in the bathroom. I'll go, just pray to the Lord, like, look, Lord, be glorified. Help me not be nervous. Help me to be open. Help me, and so that's one thing as well. But as on the music tip, like writing the music, I just try to, pray that the Lord be glorified and He give me, creativity. Help me to be creative. Help me to be excellent. At the same time, be glorified, and make sure that you getting the glory is the center of my heart's desire as I write these words. And so and at the same time, like, again, like I said earlier, like, how's it going to help the people? How's it going to encourage and edify the people?
Sure.
And how is it going to even encourage myself? How is it going to help me grow as well, when I go listen back to this? Because there's been plenty of instances when I would write a song, go back and listen to it, and it encourages me, and so yeah, that's kind of the things that I try to do, like, be open with the Lord, pray that He be glorified, and just kind of wrestle with, like, how is this gonna, help people who listen to it.
Sure, that's dope, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. As we're kind of coming to a close here.
Yeah.
What, if anything, what do you think, or what do you want people to know, most importantly, about you as they're listening to your music? They're inspired, they're challenged, they're convicted, and they really buy into what you're saying. What is your main thing that you want to drive home to folks?
Yeah, I'm approachable. I want people to know that, like, again, I'm transparent. I'm not no superstar. I'm not nothing better than any other human being. And that's the thing, like, that's what I try to show in my music. Like, Muslims, they have issues. Buddhists, they have issues. Atheists, they have issues. All of us have issues. And me being a Christian, I want to show people I have issues, but I also have a hope, a true hope, a hope in a real God, the only God. And so the thing I want people to know is, like, I'm approachable. I'm transparent. You could be open with me. You can message me on Facebook. It could be little simple things like that. Like, I remember me, I bet, man, I don't want to message him on Facebook, if it be like a big name artist. Like, because, and I'm not knocking that, sometimes they're probably just really busy, honestly.
Hey, right.
But, right, I don't want people to think, like, man, I'm not approachable. I want people to know, like, I'm a human being just like you, and I have struggles just like you. Because I don't want, even though it happens still, we may, as artists, we may not want it to happen, but it happens anyway. We get put on this pedestal, and people look up to you like, all right, you can't have no dirt on you, and so,
right.
And I want people to know, like, look, I do have some dirt,
right.
And so, but at the same time, like, God's good though, and His grace is sufficient, and so, like, I definitely want people to see that, in my music, and people to know that about me, that I'm transparent. Again, I'm a human being, down to earth, loving, try to be, there's times I slip up. I don't want to be loving. I don't, I want to be selfish, of course.
Yeah.
But at least I try, to love people, be open with people, be transparent with people, be there for people, and so.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, definitely. For sure.
Dope. Well, tell the people what you have available to them as far as music, what you're a part of and what they can expect, your social media. Right. This is the time where everybody wants to connect with AB right now.
Right.
Give them all the ammo.
Right. So, like I said earlier, Bearded Mafia, Outcast Society, Abnormal, all three of those, they are on Noise Trade, or well, not all of them are on SoundCloud, but they are all on Noise Trade. You just go to Noise Trade, search any of those project names, free downloads. Social media, my Twitter and Instagram is at ABDADisciple. Feel free to follow me. I usually follow back as well. Like I said, I love interacting with people. And then Facebook as well. I have a Facebook page. It's just A.B, like my name spelled. I believe, like with Facebook, you got to actually search like the person's name. So again, that's AB the Disciple as well. So definitely can connect with me on there. And as far as things to come, working on an album right now. It's an original project, producing it from scratch, making all the beats from scratch. I'm working with my producer. Well, I say my producer, a friend of mine that's a producer. His name is Wayne Classic, up in North Phoenix, and so it's definitely been dope. It's been a dope process so far. We're looking to release probably about June or July, so definitely stay tuned for that. Don't want to spill too many beans, but like it's definitely going to be a dope project, and you can definitely expect transparency in this project. This is one of those projects I was like, you know what, I want anybody and everybody to be able to relate to this, and at the same time God be glorified in it as well. And so yeah, I'm definitely excited, and as well with this project, definitely expanding my artistry, seeing that, because there's no features on it, and so a lot of the songs forces me to step out of like who I am, like as far as if it's singing a hook, if it's whatever it may be. It's just, again, going back to what I try to do, like force myself to fit in other genres, if you want to say that, just expand who I am and just challenge myself. Really, this is the motive, is just to challenge myself and see what I can do, see what I may not do too well in other areas. So look out for that, and as well hoping to drop the first single on that in February, hopefully February, no later than March. And so that's some of the things to come. Definitely stay tuned with me on social media. Definitely be posting some things to keep you tuned on that as well. So
dope, man. Well, hey, it's been a pleasure getting to talk with you.
Same here.
I'm pretty sure we're pushing something like an hour and a half for this interview, so I'll probably chunk it into like 3 different interviews and package it.
Yeah.
But I appreciate hearing your testimony, even as I'm doing the interview, and I've known you for a couple years. I've obviously learned some new stuff today about you.
Yeah.
And just been affirmed. I know the Lord's doing an amazing work in your life. He's discipling you through cats and himself, and drawing you to himself. And always one of the things that stuck out to me the most about you is you're a doer. You like to go out and try things and be what you're claiming to be, and believe in what you're proclaiming to believe in, and what you're seeing in the scriptures and things like that. So, I just want to encourage you to keep doing it, man. People need to hear you. Keep pushing for Christ as the priority.
Amen.
To make him known. Guys, I want to plug a couple of people as well before we head out here. I'm doing this podcast right here because I want to have another platform to connect cats and tell people's stories. I think there's something profound about the testimony, and I want to do Facebook status updates live, so to speak, not just the one-liner, the detail, what's going on in people's lives, what they got going on.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of this podcast. So let you guys chew on the idea of what are people involved in this culture talking about, thinking about, and doing, and what are people walking out in this life. So I give them the platform here to tell their story and to mash out and talk about certain things and to get their music heard. If I so think that their message needs to be heard and that their heart's in the right place, obviously, and all that good stuff. So I want to take this time to shout out a couple of people. So one of them is my boy Dean over at Swest City. For those of you who don't know the website, it's Swest, that stands for Southwest, so SWEST.com, SwestCity.com. follow Dean and follow that website. He's basically trying to connect a profile of all of the local cats that he supports, including myself and AB. He's doing podcasts, he's doing bios on all these artists, he's getting really into the local churches around here and making events. He has a passion for a lot of different things. He even records music, he does video and photography. The guy literally does it all, and he does a phenomenal job of it, and he's really learning and getting on top of his game for a lot of this stuff. So you're gonna see a lot of stuff fleshed out through swescity.com. Go to it right now, be a part of the movement, jump on the newsletter. I think they already got one. They just revamped their whole new website, so it's really dope. They're doing an artist feature on there, and he's definitely somebody in this community that will connect and build relationships with a lot of the people around here. So if you want a pulse for what dope stuff is coming out of here as far as Christian MCs and Christian artistry in general, and stuff that'll really build you up and encourage you, talk to Dean, hit him up, and he will connect you with all that. And go to his website, swescity.com. Also want to shout out my boy Jay Miles, Josh Miles. He's a part of jwalkin.com. That's just the letter J, Walkin, WALKYN.com. It allows you to be a seller on there for Jordans. They also do jordangiveaways.com. A lot of really cool stuff going on there. If you're an entrepreneur locally, get plugged in with that cat. He can definitely kick some knowledge to you, and even probably butt heads with a couple of you guys to try and do some new business endeavors and stuff like that. So there's a lot of dope things going on around here. I just wanted to plug a couple people. I'll be doing that at the end of every episode. As usual, this is episode 3. It will be on my website, consciencehiphop.com. CONSCIENCE, hiphop.com. You can also get a pulse for what's going on in Arizona through my page, which has artists, and I do more of the blog coverage, the audio artist bio type podcasts and stuff like that, the album reviews. If you want your album reviewed, hit me up with an email. If you want to be podcasted and interviewed, hit me up. You're going to see a lot more stuff coming down the pipeline. Lately, I'm trying to get everybody in the community heard and give them a platform to share what they got going on. Again, guys, that's consciencehiphop.com. You can catch me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook on Conscience 480, CONSCINCE 480. Guys, it's been a pleasure having you, AB. It's been a pleasure having you join in on us and just shed light to the people and tell them your story. Guys, this is the Conscience Hip Hop Podcast, and remember, we are all present day history. Knowing that people are going to pick up something you wrote or spoke about later on should give you a different way about doing what you do now, making sure it's authentic, Christ-centered. If you don't know Christ, give your life to him, follow him. He is the treasure of all of our lives, and you'll see more of all that as more podcasts come out. So if you have any questions about the gospel, feel free to hit me or AB up. If you have any questions about the music and scene going on, hit one of us up, guys. But that's our movement, that's our calling, that's what we're doing, and we hope y'all keep pitching in and giving us your guys' feedback about what you think about our shows and our music and stuff that we got going on. Thank you guys so much. This is Conscience signing off.